Hey guys, hope that the lighting's good and all that kind of thing. So hi, yeah, a bit dim, isn't it? But never mind. So welcome. I thought I'd do a live show because I needed to look at this again. Okay, this Andrew situation. And again, I picked up another newspaper. I do like to read the newspapers. I must admit, it's something that I like to look at. So could you say that I'm reviewing a newspaper article? Well, yes, I am. But also, I've got a little bit of a spin to this because I'm looking at this intuitively too, in between the lines. Okay. Hi there, and hope the lighting's okay. Does it look a little bit dim there, guys? Just let me know. Shanaz-ish, will Andrew help the victims in a way? I hope so. Hope he does. But this is, you must have picked up intuitively what I'm going to talk about here. Debbie said, hi, Yvonne, told as many people I could about Patreon. Yeah, I'm going to, I know I really wanted to do live every day on Patreon. But what I want people to do, if you're on Patreon, I'm sure you are, if you're watching this too, is to go and educate yourself. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. Go and educate yourself how to live chat. And I think Debbie said she seemed to have done it straight away, just like that. Okay, so whatever she's done there, I think you've mentioned that you uploaded the app on your phone, and you can get that on tablet too, and just clicked it and took you straight there. So on the live shows. So, you know, I'm just waiting for people to kind of catch up. Download the app and we'll get going with the live shows there. Okay. So until that point, okay. Yeah, just get the Patreon up. Absolutely. Thank you, Debbie Z, for your efforts there. Okay, so I've put my glasses on because I'm looking at the newspaper here. So let's have a look. We've got comments already. It's a little bit dim. I'm really sorry. We'll have to make do for this show because I can't get up and sort out the lighting. I'm really sorry. But thank you for letting me know. I suppose I could get up and move the lights. Can you just wait one moment? Just so the lighting's a little bit better for you guys. Okay. Not 1 second. Okay, is that better? I don't think the connection's that brilliant anyway when you come on live. No, that's too much, isn't it? Okay, so now I'm glaring. Okay, yeah, that's too glaring. So sorry guys, but while I was there, I grabbed my glass of wine, so a little bit better, isn't it? So it's not even evening, is it, where you are? It is here in the UK. So let's sit down and look at the newspaper. Something I am going to, I won't do an uncut reading here, but I'll decide what I want to do an uncut reading. So kind of looking, and this is the Daily Mail, okay, and it's today. Right in the center pages, it's all about, look, is all about Prince Andrew and this Virginia. Goodness, this Virginia Roberts. I think he had sex with her about what I'm picking up here, and I know they've said this already, but about 2 or 3 times. Okay. Hi, everyone. Shanaz, I love your readings, Yvonne. Your voice is so soothing. Thank you. I am a healer too. So what I'm going to do is I will actually do some healing videos too. I'm going to try to do them in the next couple of 3 weeks. So I've got so much on. I'm trying to sort out this retreat. So there's lots of options now, okay, of the retreat. So you can go overnight and just be there to attend the seminars and the workshop. So that will be like a full day. Or you can, as I've said, I put this on Patreon. And you can see it as well. If you're not on Patreon, if you click on Patreon, it is for the public to see. Okay, so a lot of filth here. Yeah, absolutely right. There's a lot of filth here, and it's just disgusting. And it's like you pick up the paper, and it's like, oh my, not this again. And it's moons, balloons. Andrew won't help anybody except himself. That's what I'm picking up, actually. These girls here, and it says in these, you must have known about this here. These girls are begging him to say something because he knows. I mean, why would these victims actually beg Andrew to say something? Why would they do that? If they've not been abused and used as sex slaves and been passed around, I don't really want to go into that, but why would they say that? Surely somebody needs to investigate this. They can't just allow it to. I mean, if the royal family are watching this, I doubt it, but if anybody's watching this, anybody who's linked to the Queen, come on, surely there should be justice here for these girls, even if it is just to say that Epstein, but then that's going to reflect on your son, isn't it, Andrew? And you're not going to. That makes you narcissist. That makes you narcissist, doesn't it? That means that you are protecting an abuser. So that makes you all narcissistic, that you don't have. And what does that mean? It means that you know this abuse has gone on, but you're enabling this. You're enabling it, and you can see that this is an abuse of, and it's that humanity. I thought the royal family were all for humanity anyway. Okay, so let's have a look at this now. We'll do a little mini reading on here after. Okay, I don't know where to start. There's so much on this right in the center here, the center fold of this paper. Okay, the Mail here, the Daily Mail investigation shows. So the Daily Mail have done their own investigation. Good for them. Okay. The Daily Mail investigation shows on each occasion Prince Andrew was never far away from the abuse. So now will he help her lawyers? We're talking about this Virginia. I can't see him saying anything, can you? That's going to just ruin the monarchy. I mean, what's your thoughts on that, guys? Okay, he's not going to say anything. I picked that up 2 weeks ago, that he's just going to keep his mouth shut. Don't say anything. Okay, so let's have a look. This is by Sam Greenhill, Stephen Wright, and Daniel Bates. Three have written this and investigated this. Wow, not just one. And this was published today, obviously. Pressure was mounting. Excuse the pun, okay. Pressure was mounting. I'm thinking about somebody who said Mount Bottom yesterday. Mount Bottom. And that reminds me of the Minions, you know. Bottom. Mount Bottom. Okay. Pressure was mounting. I can't stop laughing now. Pressure was mounting. I'm sure the pressure to mount was very difficult to resist. Okay, the pressure was mounting on Prince Andrew last night. I'll try and be serious, okay. To answer questions about the paedophile friend Jeffrey Epstein. Young victims of Epstein begged the Duke of York to help them get justice, as the prince was offered the opportunity to give sworn testimony on everything he knows. Right, I'm sure he's going to do that. Okay. After the Duke declared himself appalled at reports of the US financier sex abuse of teenage girls, he was offered the chance to stand by his words. Stand by your words, Andrew. Stand by your words that you're appalled, okay? He was offered a chance to stand by his word and help these girls. I don't see that happening, do you? Lawyers said they looked forward to sitting down with Prince Andrew as soon as possible, suggesting that he go on record about Epstein, whom he once reported vowed to be loyal to. He vowed to be loyal to a paedophile. Oh, come on, Andrew, for goodness sake. Are you crazy? You vowed to be loyal to a paedophile. Today, it can be revealed that flight logs obtained by the Daily Mail, by the investigation, okay, of these three guys here, this Sam Greenhill, Stephen Wright, and Daniel Bates, investigated this. Good on you. And then they looked at the flight logs obtained by Daily Mail, show that one of Epstein's victims, sex slave Virginia Roberts, was flown to London, New York, and the Caribbean in 2001. So how old was she? She has claimed that as a 17-year-old, she met the Duke. Okay, let's read this properly, okay? It's important. I will do a reading on this. But she claimed that as a 17-year-old, she met the Duke in all three places. Oh, wow. And in each case, research by the Mail suggests the Duke was in the same vicinity at the same time. How old was he in 2001? Does anybody know? How old? He's 59 now. So in 2001, let's work it out. in 2000 and what is 2019 now, so this is like 18 years ago. And he's 59 now. So what was he then? What was he then? Let's see. Anybody work that out? 40-ish. Yeah, 40-ish. So yesterday, Buckingham Palace refused to answer the questions concerning when and where the Duke had spent time with Epstein and Miss Roberts. There is no suggestion the flight logs support the allegations made by Miss Roberts that Epstein forced her to have sex with the Duke in those locations, and nor does it undermine his repeated and empathic denials of any sexual contact or relationship. Okay, this goes on and on and on, and it says, what I will do, I'm going to do an uncut reading on this on Patreon, okay, for my patrons. Because there's an awful lot on this here. So these girls here, these girls are actually, I will continue here, but these girls are actually pleading for Andrew to this Virginia Roberts, who feels like she's got some connection with him because she's had sex with him. She feels, allegedly, she feels, oh, please, Andrew, you know, we got close, and you knew that I was only 17. Can you please at least just say that I was there and that there were these abuses here? So I don't see him saying that. I really don't see him saying that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my granny tray again. Okay. So I think it's unfair. I don't feel that Andrew has got, unless Lord Mountbatten abused him as a boy. He has no idea, and that's an allegation, isn't it? That's a speculation. He has no idea what abuse is about and what it does to people. You know, this girl, he may have thought looked like a woman with, you know, a woman's body with breasts and all this kind of thing, and she seemed to know what she was doing. I didn't care. A 17-year-old girl, maybe groomed and all of that kind of thing. So let me see what your comments are. Thank you for joining us for this live show. Yeah, so he was around 40, okay, and she was 17. So I'm getting here, let me see here, I'm getting that Prince Andrew at 40 had this mentality that he thought he was around, you know, he had the mentality of a boy. He still thought he was young. He thought that in his mind that he was like 19, 20, and he didn't feel at the time there was anything wrong with that. And that's how he saw it. He saw it as a bit of fun. It was parties. I didn't see that she was young. It didn't occur to me. A lot of guys at that age feel like they're a lot younger than what they are. So he does know. He does know. I do get that. He knows what went on, and you know, and this is what I get here. He knows, but I think his gut feeling, his spiritual gut feeling, wants to tell all. I get here with the High Priestess. I feel that he thinks, oh, I should tell people. I should say, oh, I thought that they was enjoying it and they were there. I didn't look at their age. I just saw a pretty young girl and I thought she was attracted to me and all of this kind of thing. I feel these secrets, are they solely in the hands of Prince Andrew? Surely not. Surely not. Surely there's other people here that have got evidence here of this. Surely somebody else should step into this and say, oh yeah, these girls, we didn't have a clue how old they were, and these things happened, and they seem to be willing participants for money. We thought they were prostitutes. Surely somebody should come forward. Or we was led to believe that these girls were willing participants, but in fact they were sex workers and we didn't know. So where would these men think these women came from? Do they think they're innocent virgins that walk off the street that'll say, hey, I'm okay, I'll have sex with you. You're twice my age, but that's okay. I'll go along with that. So his gut feeling is saying, maybe I should say something. Maybe I shouldn't, but I didn't know that she was not willing participant. He must have known, but I guess that he thought Epstein was being nice to him and friendly by setting this up. Okay, Dawn, okay, stupid question from me. Were there young boys for the older women? No, I get this was a big group of men. Okay, I feel it was very misogynistic. It was misogynist. They don't like older women. Misogynistic men like women, like young women, and they like them to stay skinny and they like them to stay young looking all their lives, and all that kind of thing. So even misogynistic men, when they get into their 60s and 70s, they're still looking at girls or young women half their age, sugar daddies, that kind of thing. They'll not accept a woman who is not naive and stupid, but is not naive and doesn't know. They like it's abuse. It's pure abuse. They like girls that are naive. So they have that power of having this power over them. Okay. So let's have a look here. You. I remember older men trying to hit on me when I was a young girl. Gross. That makes them think that young girls want them. Yeah, they think that's okay. That they think that's okay. That they just have this mindset that all women just should stay young and naive, and obviously they don't. And the thing is that narcissists, this is how narcissists are. They want they're abusers, they're predators, and they like their women to be would you say uneducated or not as educated as them, naive, gullible, all that kind. They like that because they like to abuse that. And I picked this up intuitively. They just like to abuse that gullibility and naivety that, and they do, paedophiles do that to children. I don't want to go into this, but that's what they get off on, is the naivety, of a child, kind of. And so it's a predator's abuse. It's a predator's abuse. So they'll go for younger and younger. If they can, they will go younger. And if they can, they'll go younger than that. So, and what it does with, well, we know what narcissists are. I should hope so. Narcissists, it feeds their ego. It makes their ego. It raises their ego. They know, these narcissists know that they're scum inside, that they have done some real horrible things in their lives, and this is like kind of stealing that purity away from somebody who is naive and young. And it's like, I'm going to steal your I don't know the word for it. I can't think of the word. Yeah, I think when you get older, they just want to take your innocence away. Narcissists. So I would say that's what they are. They're predators. They want to take that innocence away, because let's not forget that narcissists were also, most of them were also abused as children. And their innocence was ripped away from them, which is really sad. But they walk through life as predators from then on. And all they want to do is do the same as their abuser did to them. They want to rip away somebody's, I don't know, innocence, femininity. They like to do that. Abusers like to rip away your femininity or your masculinity, because it's not just women, it's boys and men as well, isn't it? So they like to make their victims into empty shells just to serve them. They like to rip everything away inside their soul, their mind, spirit and soul, and break them. So they actually feed their kind of abusive wants, basically. And this is who these people are that we're talking about here. These men here. And I know this is quite deep, but this is what I'm pulling out here, is that they are pure narcissists who are misogynistic. They enjoy taking somebody's innocence away from them. They enjoy ripping a woman's femininity and beauty away from them, and leaving them victims, just like they were left when they were younger. So I think if we have maybe if we have a borderline narcissist who is one of our parents, I don't feel that you should blame yourself, that you're victims because you're kind and you're giving, and you put other people second. Because I'm going back to my nursing years here. I was trained to put people first before myself. So let's not stick that label on. It's the people that put people first before themselves, because they're great people. They're lovely people in society. But in a way, narcissists do target people like that. They do target people like that, which is a shame, because these giving, selfless people that give to society and just want to help society and people actually have that is ripped away from them. It's ripped away from them in terms of when you've been targeted like that, and somebody's drawn as much as they can from you to feed their needs selfishly. You know, these people are demons. You know, they just want to pull and extract what they can from you while they're pulling from other people. And you know, they will have all this supply lined up, and they'll just sit back and let these people feed that ego until you know, you're selfless and you want to give and you want to help people. You want to make that person the best they can be, because you're a giver, you're very kind. And if we didn't have people like that in our society, what would our society be like? You know, so I don't blame people who are selfless. No, not at all. What if we didn't have selfless people in this world? So I would blame the narcissists target people like that. And then the giver gives, but then they soon realize they're not, you know, that's all, there's nothing coming back. Not that they expect anything back, but they at least expect some respect. And you know, and these narcissists, you know, they play around and they'll cheat, and they're working on other narcissistic supplies, and you're thinking, where is that person gone? You know, hope they're all right. I hope you don't see them for like 4 or 5 days, and you're thinking, oh gosh, I hope they're all right. And what they're doing is they're banging somebody else, you know, and treating you like some kind of doormat when you're not. You're just a caring, loving person. So let's not say that it's that giving people are doormats, because they're not. And going back to my nurse, I had that instilled in me when I was nursing, that I should always help the less fortunate in this world. And, you know, my parents brought me up like that. You know, you should always try to help people if you can. So let's not kind of say that because you're like that, it's, you know, it's actually your fault or something. Yeah, so hi everyone, thank you for being here. And so this situation, yeah, they're misogynistic, they're narcissists, they're predators, they like to rip away people's spirit and soul, they like to break people, they get joy from that, okay. And Randy Andy never grew up, did he? And he got spoiled. So 40-year-old man associated with a guy who can set him up with young girls. And Andy's thinking, wow, this is great, you know. So I feel he does know. I feel that he did. I feel this, that there is this kind of, yeah, he is appalled. I feel he is appalled. I feel as he saw it as a 40-year-old, that these were young girls that were just falling for Andrew, a royal member of the family. And that's as far as he kind of saw it, being very naive and a little bit, but then again, do not abusers abuse naive people. So whatever Epstein kind of wanted from Andrew, whether it was that to be seen with a royal, I think he is genuinely appalled. I feel that Andrew was kind of duped in that way. He didn't know what predators were. I don't feel that he knew what abusers were. He was a bit dim in thinking that these girls were just party girls, and that's as far as he thought this went. But this Virginia just wants proof. Look, I was a sex slave, and you had sex with me, Andrew, and Epstein set this up, and you know that, and you should let people know that this was so I can get justice. Please, I'm pleading with you just to say that, but he can't, can he? Else what is he going to say? I've had sex with an underage girl. So he can't say that. He cannot say that. If he had sex with her when she was 18, maybe he could say, I did have sexual relations with this girl, but she was 18 at the time, but I had no idea of how she was, or maybe he could say, if he didn't want to say that, maybe he could say, look, I did see things that I felt that was wrong, and I stopped going there. He could say that without saying that he had sex with any of these girls. He could say, well, I did think this was odd. That there were many girls there and older guys. So I guess in a way, if he worded it properly, she does deserve closure. She does. I mean, if he worded it properly and said, look, I did see, I wasn't involved sexually with any of these girls. I was friends, and I used to go and have drinks and things like that. But what I saw was groups of girls who look quite young and older men. And that's all he needs to say. That's all he needs to say. I didn't see them having sex with these girls. Okay. So he does know, but I think, again, he was quite naive. I think Epstein wanted to be linked to a member of the royal family, and he did. He set up this union with this very attractive young girl, and I feel that Andrew didn't see it, was very kind of stupid and naive. That's how I'm picking this up. I was thinking I did have sex with her. I remember, I bet he remembers the act and everything like it was yesterday. I bet he's thinking in his mind, I did. And if he's got any conscience or any guilt at all, he will remember these girls coming and being partnered off with these men, including himself. But at the time, I do feel at the time he didn't realise what he was stepping into here. A bit naive. He didn't do this knowing that, these are from a sex trafficking ring, or he didn't do it thinking that they were sex slaves or anything. He did it because he thought that this girl was Epstein's friend, and that's it. That nothing more else to this. But he just remember, he is appalled. He is appalled. He is appalled about these truths now that are coming out about what he did, and the way this Virginia is now coming out publicly with what's happened. He's quite shocked. I think he's thinking, God, I don't believe that. I feel I shouldn't be. I didn't abuse her. It was she was willing, and it was Epstein's friend, and all that kind of thing. So I am going to follow this up with how this is going to pan out with an uncut reading on Patreon if you want to join me a little bit later on. Okay. I just want to say, guys, thank you for coming for this very ad hoc live show. Just to let you know, make sure that you've got the Patreon app, and on your phone, on your tablet, because it's much easier to click it when I'm on live, to click it and then go straight to the chat. And I'll explain this to you, what it does. When you do that, it takes you to YouTube, and you're going to think, oh, I'm on YouTube, and I don't want to be on YouTube. I want to be on Patreon. Well, that's YouTube is a part of Patreon. What I do is upload videos on YouTube, and then what I do is I put a different link, a private link, that's just for Patreon, so patrons, and I don't publish this publicly for everyone to see. So don't be alarmed and think, oh, that's wrong, it's gone to YouTube. It will do that because they're linked, you see, they're linked. I just put a private link so my patrons can only see that show, okay? So just be aware of that. I don't know how you do it on your computers. I have no idea. Okay, so I want to say thank you so much, okay, for I don't know why you're saying that, Bounty Bin Laden, because obviously Bin Laden is your surname. So why are you here? This is not a terrorist kind of. We're talking about the newspapers. You're on the wrong site. We're just women talking together, you know. Thank you, Shanley. Okay. Odd. How odd is that? So we're getting all sorts of weird people on here recently, and I don't like it. What's that about the Epstein death? Well, apparently there's been investigations about that too. And I watched something yesterday. Not that I do watch things like this, just that so I can do readings on this because it's about Prince Andrew. But apparently is autopsy. I get that he's not dead and he's kind of in hiding. That's what I pick up. But apparently there was an autopsy, but the reports of the autopsy, they usually come out quite instantly. But the results of the autopsy have not come out. They've not been published yet, which is a bit kind of weird. But apparently the autopsy says that, or there's some leaks come out that he's actually got a broken neck. And he supposedly hung himself with soft sheets, soft sheets. And a lot of you are going to say, yes, you can break your neck. No, if you investigate hanging, which this person did, you cannot, even if you've got a belt, I'm sorry, I don't want to go on about things like, even if you've got a belt or a really rough kind of rope, it's very rare that it breaks your breaks bones in your neck. So for a sheet or a soft sheet to break bones in the neck, it will I can't say the word now, asphyxiate to stop the breathing, but it won't break your neck. Okay. So now they're investigating, why has he got a broken neck? And again, what I predicted that the guards were asleep and they'd been drugged up. If you remember when I did the uncut reading and they were asleep, I get that they were drugged up and they, I mean, who would do that when you've got somebody like Jeffrey Epstein that you're supposed to be, you're supposed to be watching. No way would you, suicide watch. No way would you fall asleep. I mean, goodness. So there's all this, and I'd pick up that they were drugged, that they'd got people in from, I think that's true too. All this came true. They were asleep, the regular ones. They had like agency ones come in, and I did say that, okay, I did predict that. So all of these things that are coming out. So there are lots of speculation about how has he got all these broken bones in his neck. There'd have been a lot of people wanting to kill him for knowing too much. But I did get that he's actually in hiding. But hey ho, that's what I picked up, okay. It's crazy. I can't believe that there's so much corruption, especially when it's to do with people in power. People in power that, people in power like the Clintons and people like that. They never go and get prosecuted or go through any law enforcing. They always seem to get away with it. People in power. Okay, what's that? Johnny Ryan. Hi, Johnny. Nice to see you. A Bush, Trump, Clinton, all three tied to Jeff in different ways. It will come out because US enemies have videos. Well, I hope it does. But what, why is it that when we've got high powers here, that they never seem to get, there's no justice. They can it's the same with the atrocities here of the Second World War, because they were so powerful. It took so long. It took how many years? Maybe 50 years for some of these people to actually be exposed. So yeah. Oh, Yvette, yeah, Yvette actually got blocked for no reason. I don't know who did that, but anyway, you're not blocked. You're still here, okay. So Johnny, right? Thank you, Johnny. You seem to Yvette, I believe in non-judicial justice called karma. That one stings. Well, this is karma, isn't it? It's all coming out from 2001, and they thought they could have this island that was dungeons and satanic things going on, maybe murders, and it's all coming out now. This is what I call karma here. And money, money cannot prevent you from, and it just shows you evil people have got money. Evil people have got money. Oh, bless you. So Johnny Ryan, in 2008, Bush helped Clinton. This was a damn New York City problem, but presidents are a small club. No surprise that Trump was involved with them. Somebody said to me, leave our president alone, Yvonne. Don't bring our president into this. I mean, are you, well, he was friends with Epstein. H&N, well, we all know, looking back in England, we knew that there was this, we used to call him back in the 90s, Randy Andy, because he was just, he had this nickname, Randy Andy. And look, maybe there was some truth in this. H&N, Clinton, Andrew, Trump, all these big guys with important jobs. You wonder where they find the time for all these escapades. It's time out, I guess. It's their kind of time out, isn't it? It's like, hey, I'll see you over at the yacht in a couple of weeks. Are you going to be there, kind of thing? Having a bit of a party, young girls there and all that kind of thing. And isn't Prince Andrew an ambassador for international trade? And in international trade, an ambassador, you see, it's who you know, isn't it? In these kind of groups, it's not what you know. You could be educated to the hilt, doctorate here, PhD there. It doesn't matter. It's who you know in those circles. And I think that proves it. This proves it, doesn't it? Andrew linked with Clinton's, Donald Trump, Epstein, and all these people. They're all business people. They're all politics. Okay. Yeah, well, that's what Trump says, that he fell out with him ages ago. Okay, Monica, hello, Monica. Welcome to, you seem like a new name. Maybe you're not, but welcome. Monica, I read an article today. PA was always kicking dogs as a child. Ooh. And once had a fit and beating the horse's legs. What does that say? He's got no empathy or compassion. That makes him a bit of a narcissist too, doesn't it? If he's like like that, a little bit of a spoilt brat, really. How dare them people? How dare they think that they've got power over human beings to go around being predators and abusing young girls? Who do they think they are? I have no idea. I hope that Virginia writes a book one day and just explains how she felt afterwards. I'm not saying that I would want to know that, but I'd like to know. If you're watching this, Virginia, write a book. If there's karma, write a book to say how you felt afterwards, emotionally, and get those people back by shaming them in that way. I'm so sorry. I just want to send you love, and I just want to send you healing. I want to send you support, and I want all these angels around you to take away that horrible pain that you are denied that justice. You are denied that justice. And if I was you, I would get my own justice and I would write a book, because nobody deserves to be treated in that way. Okay, you should have had a great kind of education, gone to university, worked on your career, had lovely, you probably have got lovely children, and got along with your life. But you should have never been treated that way. Who gives them the right to take away people's lives like that? Really? And I'm sending her all the protection and love and support in the whole world. I really am. I think it's dreadful. I feel and any of those other girls that got abused too. Absolutely. Yeah, so thank you. I'm going to finish on that note, guys. Okay, I'm going to pray for those girls that they get justice. And any of these lady leaders like Hillary Clinton, Michelle Obama and people like that, please help these girls get justice. And you have the power to do that. And you know, and even if Meghan comes forward to say, yes, let's get these girls justice, this is an injustice, and I know what went on there too, please get the karma here back. Nobody should have or go through any of that abuse. Absolutely not. And I understand by my readings here that some of these girls have actually had children to these monsters. And more, actually. So I will do an uncut reading on Patreon. I may do that tomorrow. I just want to clear my energies a bit here, okay? And sending you lots of love, lots of blessings. And before I go to bed, I am going to say, look, I've got this retreat, this healing retreat, okay, where I'm going to do seminar and workshops and things like that. I need to know your interest. I've offered more kind of you know, alternative options like 2 days overnight, 3 days to attend that seminar and workshop. So please let me know, okay, as soon as you can. Time's ticking on, and you know, I want to get this sorted out. I want this to happen, I really do. So please let me know if you have interest in any of those, and give me an email. So sending you guys lots of love. And what I'm going to do before I go to bed is I'm going to do a daily reading for my patrons on Patreon, okay? And then I'm going to, the day after, I'll do the uncut, and let's try again to go live, okay? So sending you guys lots of love, lots of blessings. And God bless to those people, those girls. Let's pray for those girls that they get justice. Let's hope that the powers in the world, the ladies in power, help these women to get justice. Let's hope that Meghan, if she is for women to get justice, that she's going to help these girls get justice. Let's hope for this, okay? Let's have a look. Jackie. Okay, Jackie. Oh, Yvonne, don't you know Hillary and Michelle are evil? They are involved up to their necks in this trafficking. Are they? I didn't know that. I didn't know that they were involved with this. The women. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, if you've just come here, go on to replay and put your comments in the comment section below. Okay. So sending you lots of love. Really, I'm just thinking good about. Hope there's some good women out there that can help, who are truly altruistic people that want to help. So sending you lots of love, lots of blessings, guys. All protect yourselves. Don't allow these narcissists near you, and protect yourself, your soul, your spirit. Okay, and bye for now. Bye-bye. Where am I? Oh, yeah, lots of love. Bye for now. Bye-bye. I always have trouble switching this off. Okay.